BlockBusters Tech is replacing one of the cryptocurrencies with another project. These provide reflections, but the project that is getting replaced, the CEO actually had something to say. What exactly did he say? What's been going on behind the scenes? I'm going to get into that in just a moment. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. First up here is the CEO of BlockBusters Tech, Don Bailey. He said, update. For our first round of reflections and all future reflections, we will be replacing EverGrow with Grove Token. Sam, who is the CEO for EverGrow, responded saying, this was done because I questioned why they didn't send enough of the funds they raised to the liquidity pool and why a contract that was not properly audited and tested went to a live sale, which lost investors a lot of money. This is not about EverGrow coin, it's about a lack of professionalism. Now, I was looking through Sam's tweets, and one specific tweet, I noticed that there was a little bit of a thread going on here, but the original tweet has been deleted. And this individual, Chains for SafeMoon, they were replying to EverGrow Sam, which this indicates that that tweet that was deleted was Sam who posted it. I'm assuming, maybe I'm wrong to assume on this, but I'm assuming that this is what was in reference to what Sam said. Oh, this was done because I questioned why they didn't send. So Chains had responded to this deleted tweet, again, of my assumptions, but he said, good gracious, I thought you before anyone would investigate properly before tweeting some defamation against another project, especially one that supports you. FML, if you know what that stands for, definitely selling my EverGrow. Sam responded saying, LOL, this is how you make your investment decisions? Firstly, I didn't name names. Secondly, under no circumstances should it have happened. Investors will have lost. End of conversation. And Primal responded saying they have a security measure in place that stopped the sale and recovered the funds, now are being injected back in steadily. It's not happening at this exact moment. That's actually something that will be happening. But this was an old post. We found out a lot of information since then, just so you guys are aware. Sam had also posted yesterday saying, check flawless launch, how much money was distributed without a glitch, still on version 1 contract, built a team of 80 people. I fully acknowledge that our development is taking longer than we'd hope, but I think we're doing okay. What's also remarkable is we haven't had a single scandal or controversy, and we've never lost a single core team member or manager. I'm incredibly proud of what we are building. Now, just a couple hours prior to the post from Dawn, so earlier this morning, Sam had also done a little bit of a thread, and this was some advice. So he says some tips for those investing in coin launches. 1, what percentage of supply do team actually control? Add team plus treasury, potentially also pre-sale, account for burn. 2, what percentage of taxes does team receive from rewards? Can be layered into marketing, dev, etc. 3, how much of the total raised is sent to the liquidity pool? The team choose how much they keep. The more sent to liquidity pool, the healthier for investors. I'm seeing numerous examples where teams control as much as 45% of all tokens and are taken as much as 3 to 6% for marketing development. In real terms, this can lead to team receiving 60 to 80% of a 14 to 16% tax, with investors seeing very little. When EverGrow launched, our marketing dev tax was 1%, and we switched it off during the major rally because we had enough funds. We did not turn on rewards for Team Wallet. When we finally turned on Team Rewards, we used the vast majority for buyback and burn. Less than 1% of all rewards paid have gone to team salaries. I'm currently earning less than $2,000 a month working full-time for EverGrow Coin. My previous salary was $600,000 a year. So yes, EverGrow practices what we preach. And before you criticize me, take a look at the detail. My only goal when I speak like this is to help our industry improve and become legitimate so we can ultimately all succeed regardless of which project you are in. And so going back for a moment to when he had done the response to Don, where he said this was done because I questioned why they didn't send enough of the funds. Well, some of the community in response to this are not taking it very well. If you factor in some of the other elements, it does feel, in my opinion, I would love to know your opinion. I hope that this does not influence your point of view. To share my own point of view, it does seem like it's very heavily directed towards that of BlockBusters Tech. It's hard to kind of take it any other way when Sam acknowledges right here saying this was done because I questioned why they didn't send enough of the funds they raised to the liquidity pool. Who is they? I mean, he's talking about with BlockBusters Tech response right here of them removing EverGrow, right? So he did question, he was having that directed to them. Am I interpreting this some other way? I don't see how I could be. But responses we see down here from Vico, he says, you talk too much. You're very condescending. You throw shade at other projects pretending to be, quote, protecting investors. You lack humility. Excuse me, it's early morning for me. You lack humility and are abundant in arrogance. The way you communicate on social media displays a huge lack of social awareness, and leadership. And then other responses going into some other things we see here with that of Reflex being mentioned. We can also see just going on response, focusing on with Sam. You're questioning a partner token who is going to reflect your token, who is also in the same ecosystem as your token. I mean, come on, man. It's one thing to talk to them about your concerns behind the scenes, but to do it out in public? And Sam responded saying, I'm questioning why, yet again, investors are the losers. But sure, blame me rather than actually trying to understand why these things keep happening so we can do something about it and fix our industry. There were multiple failings here, and teams still made millions from the launch. So I think Sam is primarily focusing on the further elaboration of what he posted just a couple hours ago, which is this thread I had referenced. As far as for investors that have lost money, as it is right now, people have lost money if they have sold. They could be down in their positions, but I have to commend, honestly, what BlockBusters Tech did in response to the circumstances yesterday. I made a video talking about this, but essentially, this is giving them a second launch opportunity. Technically, the project is live. People can still trade right now. People that got in when there was the issues that took place yesterday, although they bought it at a higher price, they're going to be receiving tokens airdropped either today, tomorrow. They've said 24 to 48 hour time span. When we're dealing with tech stuff, sometimes it may take longer. The hope is it's going to be in the next day to 2 days, right? But those tokens that we bought in, if we got in before that bot had done that big massive drop, guess what? Going to have more tokens. And on top of that, they were able to capture almost every bit of that bot sale. We're talking about over $1 million. That money is going to be injected back into the project, which is going to help raise the price. So there's an opportunity here for people to be able to make potentially even better returns in the very near future, given the fact that they were able to capture that set of funding. So although it did not go as a perfect launch, the fact that they had a designed mechanism on the back end, it really, I think it saved the project. So we have a couple more days to go to kind of see how things continue to play out. Trading is technically live and moving around, and I'll keep you guys updated with this. So what is your guys' thoughts on this? Do you feel like Sam is coming from just a genuine place and he's trying to give some constructive criticism based on his experiences and his knowledge and know-how so that we can all do better inside of this space? Do you feel that like BlockBusters Tech really dropped the ball on this? Are you proud of how BlockBusters Tech is handling the situation and this remedy solution that they have? Do you feel like that's a good response, a good answer to follow up with this, and that will save the project and help it thrive? Share all of your guys' thoughts with us down in the comments below. And so yeah, again, Grow token is replacing that of EverGrow for the reflections inside of BlockBusters Tech. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Murat Shaker, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also thank you to my YouTube members. You can click the links down below. There's one in the description and the join button if you guys would like to show your support. I really appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Please go do your own research. God bless. We will see you in the next episode.